Hey guys, this is Abhishek from gadgetsreviews.com, and today we are going to do a quick hands-on review of the HTC One Max. Here we have the device with us, and when it comes to the specification or the overall form factor of this device, you can call it as a phablet which has been launched from HTC, and it is going to come very soon in India. It has been globally announced as of now, but not yet available in India. As far as the price is concerned, we are not sure what will be the pricing of this one, but this one is definitely going to be a cheap device. This will be very costly device. You can compare it with the Note 3 in terms of price at least. As far as features and hardware is concerned, the hardware is slightly underpowered on this device because you have a Snapdragon 600 chipset on this device. When it comes to the dimensions, the thickness of the device is around 10.3 millimeter. As you can see, it is 10.3 millimeter over here. When it comes to the overall design, this one resembles the design of the HTC One, which we have seen previously from HTC, and this one is a little bit bigger phablet to hold in one hand, although you can still hold it in one hand. The display of this device is around 5.9 inches, which is really huge for a device like this, and it gives you a pixel density of around 373 pixels per inch on this high definition display. And again, you won't notice pixelation on this display as far as text is concerned. As you can see, you can take a closer look as of now. When it comes to the display resolution, you have a full high definition display resolution on this device, that is 1080 into 1920 pixels, and it has a super LCD 3 capacitive touchscreen, so the viewing angles of the display are also pretty good. As you can see, you can view the screen from extreme viewing angles, and there is very minimal fading of colors which is going to happen. When it comes to the UI which you see on this device, it has the same HTC Sense UI, but the Sense UI is 5.5 on this device as far as the version of UI is concerned. Although in terms of the functionalities, there are some new features as well which have been added. When it comes to the hardware, there is one thing which has been added on this device is the fingerprint sensor, which is actually at the back below the camera. And again, you can use some functionalities of the fingerprint scanner from the lock screen only as of now on this device. So you can use this fingerprint scanner to launch some application to do certain things from the lock screen, and you will have to verify your finger before that, and it will give you around 4 finger verification which you can do with this device. So 4 fingers will be supported maximum. When it comes to the camera, it has got the ultra pixel camera with LED flash over here, and let me just give you an overview of the device as far as connectivity and ports are concerned. At the bottom, you have the micro USB port for data syncing and charging. Here you have a primary mic, and again, when it comes to the edge is made up of good quality of plastic, I would say. The back is aluminum over here and over here as well, although this part is removable, so you can remove the back cover on this device. So when it comes to the weight of this device is around 217 grams, which is fairly high for a device like this, but again, the display is huge and the overall build of the device is also pretty big. So this is the display, this is the overall weight which you will get on this device. When it comes to the secondary mic, you do have a secondary mic on the back side of the device for noise cancellation and video chat. On the top, you have the 3.5mm audio jack. Here you have the IR blaster, so you can use this device as a universal TV remote and other remote for IR remote for the other consumer electronics as well. You have the volume rocker, which is now placed at the left side, on the right side basically on the device, and the power and sleep key, unlike the one which we see on the top, has been moved over here. So again, both of these keys becomes easy to access when you are holding the device with one hand, because they are now placed at the edge, which makes them accessible enough. When it comes to the other functionalities and the features, you have boom sound with the dual front speakers, just like we saw on HTC One. So you have boom sound with these dual speakers which are there on the front. You have the proximity and ambient light sensors over here. When it comes to the front camera on this device is a 2.1 megapixel camera capable of shooting high definition video at 1080p, and you do have HDR mode supported as well on this device as far as the back camera is concerned. When it comes to the back camera is also capable of recording high definition video at 1080p as well as at 720p, and you can record 1080p video at 30 frames per second, whereas the 720p video can be recorded at 60 frames per second as well. When it comes to the version of Android, you get Android 4.3 on this device preloaded. When it comes to the chipset or the processor, you have the Snapdragon 600 chipset. The model number is APQ8064. It has a quad-core processor inside, which is a 1.7 GHz carry at 300 CPU. You have Adreno 320 GPU, so gaming should not be an issue on this device. You have accelerometer sensor, gyro sensor, proximity sensor, and compass sensor as well. You do have support for GPS navigation as well on this device with the help of assisted GPS. So in all, this device is going to be good. You do have a button over here. I'm not sure what this button is for, but this seems to be a silent key, I guess. So this button you can actually use to make the device go into silent mode. And when it comes to other functionalities, you have a dedicated mic on this device. You do have MHL supported so you can connect this device to a TV with the help of the micro USB port with a cable and the accessories, which will not come within the package. When it comes to the battery, you have a non-removable 3300 milliampere hour battery on this device, which is the complete battery, and it is non-removable on this device. So in terms of the overall hardware configuration, if you compare it with Note 3, this one is slightly underpowered. However, this one has a bigger display size as compared to Note 3 and other phablets which we see in the market. So let's see how does this device is going to perform in the market. As far as the hardware is concerned, it is slightly underpowered. When it comes to the features, you do have an extra feature, which is there are some functions which you can do on the phone with the help of the fingerprint scanner, which is there on the back side of the device. In all, the device looks pretty good in terms of the build quality. At least there is no problem, although the casing which is around the device, which is this thing, is actually plastic. It could have been metal, but still looks good. The back side of the device is also pretty good. You have aluminum back cover, which is pretty solid, as you can see, and you do have some connections plate over here, again for the camera and other accessories. And you have a SIM card slot over here, which will accept a micro SIM on this device. When it comes to the storage expansion, you do have a storage expansion slot on this device. You have micro SD memory card slot on this device to expand the storage. So you can expand the storage, but again, one thing which we do not like about the device is that even when you remove the back cover, you cannot remove the battery. So the battery is non-removable on this device. Now this is how the camera UI look like. Again, the Zoe mode has been enhanced into this camera UI. You do have HDR mode supported as well on the HTC One Max, and you do have other modes like Sweep Panorama, Panorama Plus as well, which should be 360-degree panorama, I guess. Now let me just take a photo from this device to show you the overall performance of the camera when it comes to low light. So again, we are taking this photo in low light in an artificial room, and we have very less amount of light falling on the object, and this is how the photo looks like. And again, the photo is pretty good in terms of the colors. I would say it is pretty identical. When it comes to the details are not too good. That is something which we can notice, but this camera should perform well in the daylight photos, just like the HTC One, and we will give you a detailed camera review later on once we get this device for review. Now, one thing which I like about the Sense UI is that you have this kind of a home screen which you can specify, and again you also have this app drawer which is identical, which we have seen. There are some functionalities which have been added in the HTC Sense 5.5 UI, which is there on this device. When it comes to the display is pretty good. As far as the colors are concerned, the display looks good. As far as the overall clarity is concerned, the display is pretty good. Viewing angles are also better on this display, although the brightness level are not too good. That is something which we can notice as of now, but again, it is going to be okay, not bad. When it comes to the other things like price, the price is not yet revealed for this device because this is not yet launched in India. It will come to India very soon, and we will let you know more about it once it comes to India. So that's all from us as far as the quick hands-on review of the HTC One Max. As far as the initial expressions are concerned, we like this device, although this device is slightly underpowered on the hardware front. When it comes to the camera performance is also kind of okay, not too good. When it comes to some of the features, like the extra feature which we get on this device is the fingerprint scanner, it is kind of limited to the functionality which it offers, because most of the things which you can do with the fingerprint scanner can only be done from the lock screen itself. And apart from that, it also comes with a flip cover, and let me just show you the flip cover now. So the flip cover which you can get with the HTC One Max, we are not sure whether this flip cover will come within the package of this device, but this is how it looks. It has a plastic backside, as you can see, with some connections over here. So when it comes to the device, we have some dock connector ports over here with which this flip cover is going to get connected. And one thing which HTC has done as far as the innovation is concerned, they haven't put the battery in this flip cover on this side basically, which will make the device a kind of bulky. To reduce the bulkiness of the flip cover, they have actually actually put some kind of paper cells. The lithium-ion paper cells, I'm not sure whether it is lithium-ion paper cells or not, but they have put some kind of paper cells which are there inside the flip thing, as you can see over here on the flip cover, and it is little bit thicker as compared to the other flip cover which you might have seen with other phones like Note 3 and other things and other devices. When it comes to the functionality and the battery rating, it is around 1020 milliampere hour of battery which is there inside this flip cover. So this part, the flip cover or the battery, will get connected through these connections which are over here, and they will get connected to the device with this. So let me just apply this thing on the device. So this is how you can actually apply the flip cover on the device, and once you apply it, the device becomes little bit heavier, much heavier than the one which it was previous without the flip cover. So one thing which we do not like about this flip cover is the heavy weight of the device, which it becomes actually after applying the flip cover. So the device feels much more heavy in hand when you hold it. Although the flip cover has a proper cutout for the camera, there is no blockage for the fingerprint sensor as well. When it comes to the fingerprint sensor, you can only use it vertically, not horizontally. That is something which we wanted to tell you. There is no blockage for the headphone jack as well. You can access the IR blaster as well. Again, functionality is not affected. When it comes to this side, you can access the micro SD port for data syncing and charging, and the mic hole is also not blocked, but it is slightly blocked, as you can see. So you can fit the flip cover properly and it won't get blocked. On this side, you have no protection over here or over here, but you have a proper access to the power and sleep key and the volume rocker which are there on the device. And again, the flip part of the flip cover is actually kind of loose. It is not very stable. So if you hold the device like this, it will go to that side because of the battery which are there in the flip part of the flip cover, which actually destabilize the overall flip cover on the device when you apply it. There is no blockage for the boom sound speakers, the dual speakers which are there on the front, as you can see, and there is no blockage for the proximity and ambient light sensor as well. But again, this flip cover, the flip part of the flip cover will keep on moving on the device display. That is something which we can notice. It is not a proper fit which you have on this device, because it is actually not covering the entire screen. It is flipping on the left side. So that's all from us as far as the quick hands-on review and overview of the HTC One Max. You do have the HTC branding over here on the flip cover. So that's all from us as far as the quick hands-on review and overview of the HTC One Max. We really like this device as far as the display is concerned. As far as the hardware is concerned, it is slightly underpowered as compared to the other phablets which we have in the market, but still it is pretty good, and the display is definitely higher and bigger than the Samsung Galaxy Note 3, with which you might want to compare it. So as far as the score which we have got on Linamark, it is 61.2 FPS, which is a pretty good score, and this device should run almost all the graphic and the casual games without any issues. When it comes to the other score, let me just show you the score for the N2 as well. Let me just show you the score on this utility for this. So the score for this device is 25,442, and this is how the detailed score look like. As far as the device information is concerned, here we have the information about the processor. So it is an ARM V7 processor, clocked at 1.7 GHz quad-core processor. When it comes to display resolution, it is 180 × 1776, which is the effective resolution, because some part of the screen resolution is actually taken up by this thing as of now. And these are the sensors which we have on the device: the accelerometer sensor, magnetic sensor, gyro, orientation, gravity, linear, proximity, light, and gesture sensor. So that's all from us. To let us know if you have any specific question for this device, we would love to help you. You can like this video if this video helped you by clicking the like button below. You can subscribe to our YouTube video channel for more videos like this by clicking the subscribe button below. Thanks for watching this video. This is Abhishek signing off. Thank you.